And I think that leads to the next point, which is to always charge a reasonable price for a quality service. And I think that's a very difficult topic in this field, because people are like, well, you shouldn't charge because it's spiritual work. And we're not going to get into this long discussion about it. But there are a lot of, should we charge? Should we not charge? Don't be charging $500 and then you're only able to deliver 10 pieces of good quality evidence and feel like you walked away and given a quality service. It's not that you didn't do the job, but maybe you're a little overpriced.
Right.
And that is a tough decision to make. It's a personal decision, but the decisions that we make affect your colleagues. They affect the field. They affect the work in general. So do some research and look around.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people that are just starting out are going to be pretty cheap.
If not free. I did free for, and
well, let's
most
just say
of them
that,
did
let's
free
not talk
for a
about
long
free.
time.
We'll talk about the people that are charging, because I think the people that are just starting out, well, first of all, who cares? The whole thing is that money is neutral energy, period. So you're giving an exchange of energy and you're getting back an exchange of energy. So anybody that says, well, if you're a psychic medium, you should be doing it for free, is like, well, okay, do you work for free? Do you go to,
your
Boeing
church doesn't run for free. Your church
Yeah,
doesn't run for, nothing runs for free.
nothing is
Charities
free.
don't run for free. Everything in this world, unfortunately, requires money. And
yeah,
mediums take classes and read and study and put time and effort and have websites. And, Zoom isn't even free anymore. Zoom isn't even free. They used to do it where you could do for free, and now you can't record. And I think you can only do 40 minutes or 30 minutes or less, and that's it. So everything costs money in order to be able to do these things. If you want to give a donation, sometimes in the beginning, I said, if you feel like a donation, that made people feel uncomfortable. So I found like just saying, look, let's not charge for it. We're going to be practicing what I need from you in return, so that they felt like they were giving me something. Is I said, I'm going to ask you questions about my performance, and I would like some honest feedback. That way they felt they were giving me something after me giving them something. If you want $20 or $40, or you want a referral, find something. But we were talking about reasonable price for a quality service. I think, again, this is a personal decision. You will see people like James Von Prague or John Edward who are charging close to $1,000 for a reading because they're so famous, they're so well known, their time is limited. If you want to see them, you're going to pay.
Yeah. I mean, I can't afford something like that.
No.
When I was first opening, it always kind of made me irritated that I couldn't, it's like, or that I couldn't like afford something like that. But I feel like that's there's a law of attraction thing that needs to get fixed in that mental state.
Sure.
Where you're not really vibing at the right vibration, when you're in that mode of, it's too much, it's too expensive, I don't have enough, they don't deserve it, are they really that good, blah, 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 blah. If you have that thought about the medium and you think that they're overcharging for what they're giving you, then don't do it. Just go somewhere else.
Or if you're desperate and you really want to see that person, then you'll find a way to pay for it. There's doctors that charge thousands of dollars for you to see them. That's their fee structure. They're at the top of their game, and you're going to pay for it.
Charge so much is because of their schedule. They're so sought out, that
their schedule and their talent. Yes. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it within reason, but I will also tell you that there's plenty of mediums who donate their time. There's Helping Parents Heal, Forever Family Foundation. The Very Soul platform has just started out. They're not open to the public yet, but they are in the process of building and working up to that. So there are places where you can go if you are desperate, where you can get a sitting.
Some of the best readings that I've had are from people who are just practicing.
That's exactly right. And that's the point, is you don't have to charge, but you can charge. Be honest about what you want to make, what you need to make, and where your abilities lie. And that's a difficult, we won't get into it because it's a whole nother discussion. I think we could do a whole nother show on some of the do's and don'ts of that.
Dues. I mean, you can't just start off and be like, I'm charging $300 a session. because I'm the shit, you
Yeah.
know?
And
Um,
word of mouth is the best thing you can do,
yeah.
you
If
know?
that's what you're charging now because people want you, then that's great. Congratulations, you
Right.
know?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So I think we've kind of talked about that as far as prices are concerned, but I will
Yeah.
say, just lots of people don't feel comfortable charging and they can give you a fabulous reading. So
Oh,
don't assume
yeah,
because someone, like you just said, don't assume because someone doesn't charge that they're not good. And don't assume
right.
because someone charges a lot of money that they are good.
I actually started off with the whole mindset is like I would never charge, like I would never do that because it's a gift and la la la. And now it's like, oh no, I would charge it, you know.
Yeah.
It's time. Time is money. Like I've put in the work. I've worked hard at it. I know it's like I have no problems charging. Do I normally charge? Actually, I still don't charge a lot. I will just give
It's a
people
very personal decision for each person to make, but just bearing in mind doing it from the right place with the right mindset.
right.
Suzanne
Don't
Giesman is
become a psychic
absolutely
medium to get rich. It's just not
right.
gonna
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're doing it as a service and as an equal exchange, but to help overset some of the fees, Suzanne Giesman, she's an absolutely amazing and talented medium, and I kind of follow her regularly. I think her top fee tops out at $200, but she's so talented. Her waiting list is like 2, 3, 4 years long. 2, 3, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
so, but she is very reasonable, and this is something that is a moral decision for her. It needs to be reasonable, but there still has to be a price.
hmm.
So, and I really respect that price point that she's put herself.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you should make it accessible to people, right?
That's been a big thing for me. I think that it needs to be really accessible. It really does. It really needs to be accessible. And
Yeah,
if I give you a decent reading, or what I consider to be a good reading at a decent price, and you're really happy with it, then you may be inspired to seek someone who's even maybe more talented, but costs more because you've had a positive experience,
right,
right?
right,
And so it has to match you and where you are. And
right,
it has
right.
changed over the years, and it may change again as the years go on.
Hmm.